Hi friends, welcome to CR Digital Classes. Today we are going to discuss about sampling and sampling types and steps. What exactly is sampling? So let us understand what exactly is sampling. Before understanding about sampling, what is a population? Population here refers to the whole number, whatever, whoever we want to study. That comes under population. So it refers to the information of group of observations about which inferences are to be made. So population size denotes as capital N, which represents the number of objects or observation in the population. Population may be finite or infinite depending upon N being finite or infinite. So here population means total number on whom we want to study. For example, customers, we want to study customer satisfaction. So our customers will be total 100. Now my population becomes 100. So what I will write 100 customers. Next example you can see engineering students in Telangana. That means population will be complete students of all colleges who whatever are there in Telangana state. So all students including the total number of students who are studying engineering in Telangana will be population. So budget of India. Budget of India, the complete budget of all states putting together is the population. It comes under population. That means total amount, total number of people we want to study. Then what is a sample? Sample is, as I already discussed about population, it is not easily or possible to study, to go to each person and know the details or study about that person. So what we try to do, we will make a sample. That means part of those population as sample. The sample size means number of people. For example, the customers are 100. I may be choosing 10. I may be choosing 20 for my study as the sample size. In the same way, the students of Telangana is we have understood as the population. But I want to have one of the college engineering students. I am taking it as a sample. Who will be representing complete population? Even though I am taking 20 customers, but these 20 customers will represent about the feedback of the product of 100 customers. So that is the meaning of the sample. Sample refers to a finite subset of the population. The size is represented as small n, denoting the number of objects or observation in the sample. So for example, rice, when we are cooking rice, we won't test each and every grain of the rice, whether it is completely boiled or not, cooked or not. We will try to check part of the grains and see whether the rice is completely cooked or not. In the similar way, we will try to take part of the population as the sample. So example, engineering students of Deccan College and budget of Telangana. In population, we said the budget of India. But here we are taking the sample as budget of Telangana. Then sampling, samples, type of samples. So here types of samples you will have mostly two types. One is large size, other one is small size. So when I say large size, you have to understand when the size of the sample is more than 30. We treat it as a large sample. So the sample comprising of objects which are more than 30, it is large size. If the sample is less than 30, it is small size. So the sample comprising of objects less than 30 is, that is n is less than 30 is sample size. Then sampling. Sampling is the process we do. Sample is sampling. So it is a selection of some part of an aggregate or totality on the basis of which a judgment or inference about the aggregate or totality is made. So it is a process of obtaining information about an entire population by examining only a part of it. So sampling is the process to pick up the sample. So out of entire population, we will be trying to take a part of the population. That is called sampling. So in sampling again we will try to see how we are going to take, which part of population we are going to take as the sample. Then need for sampling. What is the need for sampling? So it saves time. First of all, instead of going with each one of the total population, it is time consuming and also it is very expensive. So when we want to study that, we cannot complete the study within the limited period. It will take lot of time. So it saves time and money and less expensive than a census study at a relatively faster speed. Then only way when population contains infinitely many members. If the population is infinite, it becomes very tough to do the analysis, to do the study. Then enable more accurate measurements for a sample study. It is generally conducted by trained and experienced investigators. So this will save money, this will save time, and also it will be when when it is infinite, it is very difficult, we cannot manage. So it is a more accurate when we go with the sampling way. And it remains the only choice when test involves the destruction of the items under study. When we want to test, we cannot test complete population. So it becomes feasible for testing sample size. Then to estimate the sampling errors and thus assist in obtaining information concerning some characteristics of the population. When we are even taking sampling also, we try to consider some of the errors, because sometimes we may be taking the wrong sample. So sampling errors will also be reduced. Then what are the benefits of the sampling? So sampling will be like representation. Representation, it will represent complete population. Whatever sample we are taking, part of the population, but the part of the population as sample will represent complete population. Maybe infinite or finite. So, but it will be representing complete population. So, a sample should be selected in such a way that it truly represents the universe. Otherwise, the results obtained may be inaccurate or misleading. If you are not taking the sample size in a manner where it will not represent complete population, then our study will go waste. The adequacy. The size of the sample should be reasonably adequate, which represents the characteristics of the universe. So, out of complete population, whatever the sample size we are taking, it should be feasible, adequate. Because whatever study we are doing, if that will not be whatever expected results or accurate results, we cannot reach to the accurate results. So the sample size should be adequate. That is the reason we have to follow a method even for calculating the sample size also. So that the technique will give us exact sample size, what is the sample size we should follow. Then independence. So all items of the sample should be selected independently of one another, and all items of the universe should have the same chance of being selected in the sample. So out of whole population, every unit of population should have a chance, can be a part of the sample. They should have their own independence. Then homogeneity. If two samples are taken from the same universe, they should give more or less the same unit. So whatever sample we are selecting, that should give the equal results. It should be treated equally. Then steps involved in sampling. When we are trying to do the sampling, the process of selecting the sample, we should follow some steps. Step 1 is identifying the target population. So first of all, we should identify what is the population, what are the population of my product. Or for example, my study is about the customer satisfaction of Royal Enfield vehicle. Now I have to find out who are my population. Target population means, target respondents means, if whoever are using the Royal Enfield only can give me the satisfaction, how far they are satisfied. Other people cannot give me because they are not the consumers of the Royal Enfield, because my study is related to the customer satisfaction or consumer satisfaction. So first of all, I have to identify. In the same way, if the product is about the fairness cream, of the women fairness cream. So who will be using that product can only give me the feedback. So I have to select, my population will be among the female who may be aging from 14 to more than 45 or 50. So this age group will be my customers who are using this product. So this will become the target population. So we have to find out target population. Then sampling frame. How we can contact them, how we can where those people will be listed. So some of the samples like are available, examples like telephone directory we have or mailing list we have. All these comes under sampling frame, so that we can contact them easily, we can get the feedback. Either we can get the feedback from the mails, or we will be approaching them personally and taking the feedback, or interviewing them, or by the observations the data will be collected. Then selecting a sample technique. What is the sample technique I am using? Whether I am using any of the technique which through which I can take the sample. I may be using like what you say, observation method, or random sample I may be using. I may be using simple technique, simple random, or cluster technique, so that what will happen, it will show me clarity, it will give me proper clarity how I have to select. For example, 100 are there. So if I follow randomly, I'll pick whatever is convenient for me, which also known as convenient sampling, because I cannot reach to the other area, or if it is far, or if it is far, what you call international, they are residing in some other place. So what I will do, according to my convenience, I'll try to pick among the people. That is comes under convenient sampling. The same way, random sampling, I'll try to take the each one's thing, like first one I selected, third one, then again fifth one, then again seventh one, or every third or every fifth of the population. In that way the sample technique will be selected. Then determining the sample size. With the help of sampling technique, I will try to calculate what is the sample size. Then executing the process of sampling. So these are the methods involved in sampling for making a sample. So I hope this video is helpful for knowing the different types of sample and also steps involved in sampling. So the questions which are important from this topic is: explain the term population, sample and its type, explain sampling with its needs and benefits, and steps involved in sampling. Thank you.